Hey, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. Thanks for joining me for the news. Let's talk about what's going on today. Bad news, bad news. Shia Labeouf calls the Transformers movies, quote unquote, irrelevant. In other news, due to mental illness, Mealy's Furniture, which is a very strange furniture store with a teal and light gray color scheme, they're selling hundreds of styles for 85% off. So if you don't care about what your house looks like, take advantage of their mental crisis and go get some furniture from a cartoonish man that looks like this, I guess. I don't know. Back to the real news. Shia Labeouf calls the Transformers movies irrelevant. Irrelevant means they mean nothing. They have no purpose. And let's look at his face here. We can see his eye line looking up at the word movies, maybe Transformers movies. The word Transformers movies, those words, have made him sweaty and dirty. He's got cuts on his face, and he looks angry. Also, his leather bomber jacket has been damaged. It's a parka, probably. It's a leather parka. Suede, maybe. Yeah, it's nice. Alright, so, again, Shia Labeouf calls the Transformers movies irrelevant. Let's find out what his issues are, if any. A starring role in Michael Bay's Transformers franchise may have helped turn Shia Labeouf into a household name. Oh, well, maybe so. You know what turned him into a household meme, though? He had a camera that he put, it was like an ongoing streaming camera on some building in the Bronx in New York, and it was called He Will Not Divide Us. So the camera was supposed to live stream whatever people kind of droning about in front of the camera, muttering, "He will not divide us, he will not divide us." And it was extremely strange. And Shia Labeouf did actually show up to also mutter, "He will not divide us," in front of the camera. And I think he punched a few people in the face that decided that he would divide us. He disagreed, or he insisted otherwise. So that's one of the reasons why he became a household meme. A household name, I mean, maybe the Transformers. He was also in the final Indiana Jones movie, which is widely reviled. I really liked it, Crystal Skull. I came out of that movie grateful for having seen another Indiana Jones movie, and everyone else came out of it wanting to hurt people. So we could talk about that another time. So anyway, it turned him into a household name, Transformers, but that hasn't stopped the actor from proclaiming the blockbuster film franchise is devoid of substance. Devoid. There's no substance. Nothing. Yeah. And Shia Labeouf, I suspect, really likes substances. He probably is dependent on substances at this point, I'd say. This is just a guess. So let's figure out why he couldn't get any substances out of the Transformers franchise. My hang-up with those films, quote, "My hang-up with those films was that they felt irrelevant," Labeouf told Esquire magazine. "They felt dated as..." Okay, I have to edit out the curse, so you'll hear the f, and then you hear the at the end. They felt dated as... You come up on these stories about Easy Rider and Raging Bull and Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese and Dennis Hopper, and you find value in what they do. Have you ever seen Easy Rider? It's a movie about a bunch of filthy hippies that are smuggling hard drugs across the country. And I don't mean to spoil the ending, but it pretty much ends the same way Jaws ends, and with the same moral resonance, I think. You let me know how you feel. Meanwhile, you're chasing energon crystals. He means himself. This is something people do, like they talk to them, they go, "Meanwhile, you're chasing energon crystals." No, you are. I'm not. You are. I don't even know what an energon crystal is. If I did, maybe it's in the tank of Dennis Hopper's motorcycle. It's very easy to keep doing what you're doing when you feel like it's the antithesis of the purpose, of your purpose on this planet. All right, so again, this word irrelevant, okay, purpose. God save us from millennials who feel like they don't have a purpose. That is, not to get too sincere here, that's the biggest problem in the world right now, is people feeling like they need a purpose. You want to know what your purpose is? Honestly, I mean, your purpose is to get married, perhaps, have children, actually procreate. I know that's a shock. Procreate and dedicate yourself to those children, raising them into decent adults. Your job is to work hard, raise money for your family. Your purpose is in seeing the young people that you create with your body and your partner's body into adulthood so that they can do the same thing. And that's all there is. And beyond that, your purpose might be to spread a little happiness and joy, like I do every day. Your purpose is not to protest Chick-fil-A. Okay? Your purpose is not to make life hard for people who disagree with you. That's simply your purpose. That's why you're here. And by the way, in addition to that, underscoring that, maybe make a few people happy. You get to make millions of people happy with your stupid Transformers movies that, all right. They may make other people happy. They split my skull in half. When I walked out of the theater, I looked a bit like this. That was the look on my face when I saw the first movie. I've never seen anything. I've never seen such gibberish like that. That movie, those movies, I guess. I think I've only seen one. Maybe I've seen another one. They are visual gibberish. They look like, okay, what is this? This is what goes on the screen, except it moves around. I can kind of make out a humanoid shape here. What is this? What is all this? What is this? And I mean, don't tell me what it is. I know you'll say, oh, well, that's, monkey face or something like that. He's a Decepticon. No, I can't tell what that is. And that's because, and by the way, I remember the cartoon and it was very simply done and you could see the characters. What is all this nonsense? What's going on in here? It makes it absolutely, first of all, okay, you can't tell what's going on here. You can't see a figure, a form, a shape, an individual in this mess. Second of all, it's making noises constantly like a tractor trailer dropped from the top of a building over and over and over again, that coming through Dolby stereo. It literally, it broke my eardrums. It cracked my skull open and my eyes fell out of my head. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. So you're making some people happy. You're not making me happy. But you are making some people happy, and that's a pretty good, I would consider that purpose fulfilled. But the problem is that when young people don't know what their purpose is because they're not planning on procreating, they're entirely self-focused, they start acting wacky like this. They start hanging up "He will not divide us" flags in unknown places, and they start messing with 4chan and getting trolled and getting upset. If you don't know what your purpose is, eventually you will become a meme. Okay? And your purpose is very simple. Raise kids. Make money. Okay? Become a productive member of society. Labeouf played Sam Witwicky for the first 3 entries of Bay's Transformers series between 2007 and 2011, but ultimately parted ways with the franchise to pursue a more artistically fulfilling career. Sorry. It was a mindset that few could comprehend, particularly after Transformers Dark of the Moon reportedly netted Labeouf $15 million payday. Quote, "I felt like I was living in a gilded cage." No one gives a f*** about your problems. Everyone's like, "Hey man, you're riding the wave." Oh. I don't want to say, I was going to say, "Oh, boo-hoo," but no, I'm a concerned and compassionate man. Labeouf, what are your problems? What are your problems? I think you have kids. I do think you have kids. I don't know why I think that. Oh, I think that because I saw a video of you getting angry at a motorcycle driver who pulled up next to you, and you were shooting him dirty looks. You were driving a really nice black SUV, and I believe you were explaining to him that he was driving recklessly, and you had kids in the car. So, presuming they were your kids and not someone else's kids that you had borrowed, then that is. You do have kids, and I think they would be they'd be confused by you wondering why your purpose on this planet might be to be in a dumb Transformers movie and bring them home $15 million. They probably would appreciate that, and that, believe me, that is your purpose, and that's a great purpose. And you might have problems. I'll listen to them. We all have problems. Just because you're wealthy and one of your problems is not money, like most of our problems, doesn't mean you don't have problems. I feel you. His next project, the Peanut Butter Falcon, sounds like a problem you might want to discuss. Premieres this year, reuniting Labeouf with fellow Fury actor. That was a good movie. And Punisher star. That's a good show. John Bernthal. That's a great guy. John, what are you doing? This movie also stars Dakota Johnson, Thomas Hayden Church, and John Hawkes. The Transformers franchise will also return later this year with director Travis Knight. His movie called Bumblebee, set to roll out theatrically on December 21st. So if you didn't like all of the Transformers together in one movie, here's one that just focuses on one Transformer. Is that better? Is that worse? Is less more? I would say less of Transformers is more in terms of these movies. I honestly don't know how people can watch these visual cacophonies. I don't get it. But you know what? If you paid me $15 million to star in it, I think I'd probably be making this face, not this one. Oh, Shia Labeouf, where did we go wrong, my friend? Where? Look at your little face. Look at the angst. Look at your flared nostrils. Yeah. Terrible. All right. That was the news. We'll do more later. Bye. It's no secret at all that I couldn't do this channel if it wasn't for support from you, my subscriber base, and my Patreon donors. If you'd like to join this community by pledging $1 or more per month, go check out the link in the description below. And I thank you.